Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And so today I'm going to be going over my top 5 best Warzone classes for Rebirth after the update. And one thing I want to get straight is the Swiss K31 can almost, if you hit them like 2 times with like any gun, and then you snipe them in the head, sometimes you don't even have to do that, they will die. So the Swiss is still a very good option. Number 1, we have the War MP5. So first we're going to go with the agency suppressor for bullet velocity and damage range and sound suppression. Reinforced heavy for bullet velocity and effective damage range. This will give us hip fire accuracy and reload quickness and ammo capacity and the bruiser grip. With this gun, you're not going to be using ADSing very much. It's more of a hip fire type gun. So yeah, if you guys want a good hip fire type gun or a good hip fire MP5, then you gotta have to use this loadout. Alright, this is the MP40. First we're gonna be using the recoil booster. VDD 189mm short. We're gonna be using the iron sights. You can use either one. I prefer this one. We're going to be using the Krosnick 33 folding. For perk 1, we're going to be using Unmarked. Perk 2, we're going to be using Quick for some sprint speed. You can also use Fully Loaded, but I don't find ammo an issue with the MP40. For the rear grip, we're going to be using the Polymer grip for flinch resistance and accuracy and recoil control during sustained fire. We're going to be using the Jagorna, I can't pronounce that, but we're going to be using the 45 round mags for the MP40. We're going to be using hollow point for limb damage. It does take away damage range, but not very much. And it's an SMG, so that's kind of okay. We're going to be using the SMLE pistol grip for hipfire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. So yeah, overall, this is a really good build that you guys should try. Number 3, we have the STG-4A4, and yeah, for silencer, we're going to be using the MX silencer for recoil control and sound suppression. We're going to be using the VDD 760mm 05B for bullet velocity, damage range, and reduce scope and sway bob, and it makes it more controllable. For the sight, you can either go with the sight reflector or the G16 2.5x scope. For stock, we're going to be using the VDD 34S weighted for recoil control and flinch resistance and accuracy. We're going to be using the M1941 hand stop for recoil control and accuracy. It does take away hip fire accuracy, so just be note of that, but it's not horrible takeaway, and hip fire accuracy with an AR just doesn't go together. So if you want an SMG STG 44, this is not the class for you. We're going to be using the 60 round drums. Ammunition, we're going to be using lengthen for bullet velocity. And some people were putting on hollow point, but I don't find it worth it because it takes away like your range by a lot, and you really want bullet velocity to make this gun more hit scan. We're going to be using the polymer grip for flinch resistance and recoil control during sustained fire. Perk 1, we're going to be using acrobatic. Perk 2 is fully loaded. So basically, this STG loadout is going to be, I tried to make it more a hit scan because that's what this gun is bad at. And also, this thing has like no recoil. It's honestly insane. The STG already doesn't have much recoil, and this has like way less. So yeah, you guys have to try it out. Next, we're going to be doing the Automata, and we're going to be using the F8 stabilizer. The anesthesia sniper. I'm not sure if that's how I say it, but for our optic, we're gonna be using. You can either use this, which we're probably going to use. I had something else on, but use the G16 2.5 times sight. For the stock, we're gonna be using the exact skeletal for an initial firing recoil. You can also use the padded one or this one, but in my opinion, I really like the Zac. We're gonna be using the hand stop for underbarrel. We're gonna be using the 45 round mags. These things are really good. You can use these, but they always have negatives. So I prefer to just go with the 45 round ones. But if you don't want to, you can pick something else. But in my opinion, 45 rounds are the best. For our bullet, we're going to be using lengthened. For rear grip, we're going to be using pine tar grip. For perk 1, we're going to be using type grip for accuracy and recoil control during sustained fire. For perk 2, we're going to be using fully loaded. You can also use defender, but it's kind of useless unless you're a camper. So yeah. So this is the loadout that we have, and yeah, sorry guys. This is the loadout that we're going to be using. It's really good, and it honestly shreds. It's a beam on Rebirth and Caldera. And it's very good for camping. So if you like to camp, this is good. And you can equip like the MP5 with this or a sniper, and then it's really good. So yeah. All right. For the last gun, we're gonna be using the War AK47. So we're gonna be using the GRU suppressor, the Spentesnaz RPK barrel for bullet velocity and effective damage range. We're gonna be using the KGB target, the designator, I don't know. But this one helps with hip fire accuracy and effective damage range, which we are going for. For our optic, we're going to be using the Axle Arms 3x scope. For a magazine, we're going to be using the 45 round speed mag. So this gun is honestly a shredder, and I almost have it to a gold camo. I don't even know how this camo challenge works, but whatever. And then this, I know how to get headshots. This one I kind of struggle with sometimes. It was the last challenge I completed with my SDG. Long shots. That one's a pain. So it's not, I don't have too much stuff left to do before I get my nice sweet gold camo, but I hate how it doesn't cover the whole gun. But whatever, still looks cool. But yeah, so I hope to see you guys next time on the channel. This was Pete. I'll see you guys next time on channel in the next video, if there is one. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. We're only 4 subscribers away from 110, so be that one person to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace.